when you talk about the Banner of Truth Trust and Founders Ministries and the Reformed Baptists, you guys need to understand this is a propaganda campaign. This is it's a fake church. I mean, the Reformed Baptists were literally invented in the 1970s to infiltrate the Baptists by the Presbyterians. This is why if you trace these guys, you're going to find tons of them pointing back to the Orthodox Presbyterians at Westminster Seminary as a source, okay? You're going to find Westminster Chapel in London, which was Martin Lloyd-Jones. And then Martin Lloyd-Jones is going to have a friend named Ian Murray start the Banner of Truth Trust. The Banner of Truth Trust is going to be managed in the U.S. The trustee is going to be Ernie Reisinger, who basically was behind the founding of the Reformed Baptist denomination in the 1970s. And he really just takes a non-denominational church and leads it into Reformed Baptist theology, which is just Presbyterianism with believers' baptism. That's all it is. It's Presbyterianism adding believers' baptism so you can call it Baptist, okay? That's exactly what it is. There's no stretch of the imagination there. And that's why when you get to like Doug Wilson's Moscow, Idaho church, you're going to find they have a new St. Andrews University, because St. Andrews University is where John Knox went. He's the founder of Presbyterianism. These guys are Presbyterians disguised as Baptists. That's all they are. Everything in their theology is wrong. Okay, it's basically double predestination Calvinism. It is so it's 5-point Calvinism. It's going to follow the synods of Dort, except for the part where they tell you about infant baptism, saving your babies. It's going to follow the London Baptist Confession of Faith, except for the part where they tell you that the Pope is the Antichrist. Okay, these guys are just historical revisionists, and I'm just going to say it: they're liars. Okay, they're going to try to convince you that this position is the original position of the church, when in reality it is the most novel position of the church. Okay. Their denomination, yes, there were Calvinist Baptists in London in 1989, but that denomination was always tiny. It never really had a lot of sway because it wasn't evangelical, because it's Calvinist. And usually what it would do is it would absorb Calvinists who went out, got saved by evangelicals, and then those Calvinist churches that they came from, like Congregationalist churches, that infant baptized, well, they wouldn't want those people back anymore, so they'd go to the Calvinist Baptists in London. Charles Spurgeon is going to be one of those guys. John Bunyan is going to be one of those guys, and they're going to act like this was this unbroken tradition, which was the real roots of the Baptist Church. Okay, it's completely false. But Ernie Reisinger is the guy who starts the Founders Ministries to propagate the idea that the Baptists are Protestants and they were rooted in, they all came from the London Baptists. Okay, it is a complete fabrication. It is not true. The London Baptists were a minority of Baptists in England in the 1600s that came out and were baptized by the General Baptists, who were either Arminians or non-Calvinists. Remember, when at the time when these guys came out in the early 1600s, the Synod of Dort and 5-point Calvinism wasn't even established yet. Okay, so you have that getting established in the Netherlands as the first Baptists are really getting going in, mostly in Amsterdam, and then some of them are going to go back to England, and then later on you're going to have about 30, 40 years later, you're going to have the first Puritans start to come out, and they're going to hold on to their Calvinism, but they're going to adopt believers' baptism. Okay.